another thing I'm going to start doing here, team. Welcome back. It's AK47 over at Prime Trading Investments and, of course, over at Tradecaster.com. Come on over and get those 7-day free trials. Little weekly preview. SPY, let's start with it as I always do in those morning voice alerts, and then we'll go alphabetical time. Could be a little chop this week. As you can see, we're getting tighter and tighter in this wedge. Until we squeeze up and get over 479, it's going to be pretty choppy to that top side. To the bottom side, if we get back under 474, I think we do have room down close to 472, maybe a hair below it. And it's below 470, in my opinion, that we would then free fall and then start seeing a big move back down in the mid 460s. Now, what do I think is going to happen overall in the next, say week to come, which is a 4-day week? Don't forget. That's why I'm posting this today on Monday. And again, a little tribute to the man, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you for everything you did, boss. You were an amazing role model for me growing up. I think we still get some chop. Maybe we get that one big move someday this week, but I think overall, this is going to be kind of what we see. Choppy on Friday, or choppy Tuesday, Wednesday. Of course, Thursday had that bigger day and then back on up, but it was still a choppier day. Monday, of course, was the crazy, crazy day up. And that will happen. We could have a big day up if and when we get over 479 and 480. I think we'll fly. I think, though, for the most part, we'll be choppy until we get over, again, that 479, 480, and until we clear 472 and 470 to the bottom side. Now, a little bit on the alphabetical time here. Let's go to Apple real quickly. Same. Kind of like the SPY, chop, in my opinion, for the next week. If and when we get over 187.50, 187.25, and then 188, we get some clean cut action. Back under 184 and 183, clean cut action. I'd stay away from Apple this week until we crack or break those areas. Same with AMD right here. Had a nice good move up. Beginning of the week, then we start getting choppy because we're now up in an area that we haven't been in a while. So traders are going, oh, where do we go? And so in my opinion, until you get over 151 or back under 144, AMD could be a little choppy next week. Let's go over to Meta. And this is one I'm starting to love and like here again. Over 377 and 377.50. You can see right here, we've got room to run. Could see 385, 390 by next week's end. Hell, could even see 400. A magnet, in my opinion, once it gets over 380 to 400 or close to it. Now back under 370, 320 right here. Watch that on Tuesday morning. Could be a good pullback, and especially under 372.50 here on down to 371.50. Could then see some more big pullback, in my opinion. Let's see here. NFLX, another good mover last week, up to 500. Like NVDA when it finally first made its move up to 500. As you can see here, we haven't ever really been here, but once, smacked down. Twice, do we do the NVDA and come down again? In my opinion, I think we might. Now, maybe we do something different because we're staying up a little stronger than usual. So if this can stay above 490 into the first few days of the week, watch for this maybe to get through it by Friday. I still see probably another NVDA, I should say, from NFLX, and it pulls back down to the 480s, maybe 470s. We'll see, but that's just what I would imagine. Now, again, over 503, 504, 505, watch for, and I've called that for NVDA for months. I called for it in weeks beforehand and days and leading up to it as I walked it up to 550 in my lobby. Over 505, this could skyrocket just like NVDA to 550 within a few days. Now back under 490, that's where we get clean action to the bottom side. And of course, speaking of the monster, walked this up last week this day when it was skyrocketing. It said 525 by end of day. After hours, 550 by week's end. Well, we got there by Thursday. This gets over 555, skyrockets to 560, 70 area. Could see 575 by Friday. Back under, in my opinion, you've got to get back under 535-ish for clean action to the bottom side. Could be a little choppy between 555 and 535. Last but not least here, I will break down Tesla here. The big monster move. That's why I was shorting it last week. Got some hella good moves. Shorted it Tuesday, shorted it Wednesday, shorted it Thursday. Wanted to short it Friday, but it went up and went anyway. But this is on high watch under that 317.50 mark. I've had that line in for a while. You can see that was kind of low of day on Friday. This could get some clean cut action to the bottom side for Tesla down through 215. So under that 217 mark through 215 and down even more. Now to the top side, still could get some chop, but good movement in my opinion back up to 225 because we haven't been in this area in a while. This could skyrocket to 225 again like it did on Monday or like on Friday. Or it could crack back on down, which I'd rather it do because I think the movement down is going to be more fluid. There's this week's week in preview. This week's preview, I should say. This week's preview coming on up. The 4-day, the shortened weekend that is. Again, shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we'll make some money this week, team. See you over at Tradecaster.com.